Exodus chapter 38. And he made the altar of burnt offering shittim wood, 5 cubits the length thereof, and 5 cubits the breadth thereof, 4 square, and 3 cubits the height thereof. And he made the horns thereof on the 4 corners of it. The horns thereof were of the same, and he overlaid it with brass. And he made all the vessels of the altar, the pots, and the shovels, and the basins, the flesh hooks, and the firepans, all the vessels thereof made he brass. And he made for the altar a brass ingrate of network under the compass thereof beneath unto the midst of it. And he cast 4 rings for the 4 ends of the grate of brass, places for the staves. And he made the staves shittim wood, and overlaid them with brass. And he put the staves into the rings on the sides of the altar, to bear it withal. He made the altar hollow with boards. And he made the laver brass, and the foot of it brass, of the looking glasses of assembling, which assembled the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. And he made the court, on the south side southward the hangings of the court fine twined linen, 100 cubits. Their pillars 20, and their brassen sockets 20, the hooks of the pillars and their fillets silver. And for the north side 100 cubits, their pillars 20, and their sockets of brass 20, the hooks of the pillars and their fillets silver. And for the west side hangings of 50 cubits, their pillars 10, and their sockets 10, the hooks of the pillars and their fillets silver. And for the east side eastward 50 cubits. The hangings of the one side 15 cubits, their pillars 3, and their sockets 3. And for the other side of the court gate, on this hand and that hand, hangings of 15 cubits, their pillars 3, and their sockets 3. All the hangings of the court round about of fine twined linen. And the sockets for the pillars brass, the hooks of the pillars and their fillets silver, and the overlaying of their chapiters silver, and all the pillars of the court filleted with silver. And the hanging for the gate of the court needlework, blue, and purple, and scarlet, and fine twined linen, and 20 cubits the length, and the height and the breadth 5 cubits, answerable to the hangings of the court. And their pillars 4, and their sockets brass 4, their hooks silver, and the overlaying of their chapiters and their fillets silver. And all the pins of the tabernacle, and of the court round about, brass. This is the sum of the tabernacle of testimony, as it was counted, according to the commandment of Moses, the service of the Levites, by the hand of Itamar, son to Aaron the priest. And Bezaleel the son of Uri, the son of Hur, of the tribe of Judah, made all that the Lord commanded Moses, and with him Aholiab, son of Ahisamach, of the tribe of Dan, an engraver, and a cunning workman, and an embroiderer in blue, and in purple, and in scarlet, and fine linen. All the gold that was occupied for the work and all the work of the holy, even the gold of the offering, was 29 talents, and 730 shekels, after the shekel of the sanctuary. And the silver of them that were numbered of the congregation 100 talents, and 1,703 score and 15 shekels, after the shekel of the sanctuary. A bekah for every man, half a shekel, after the shekel of the sanctuary, for every one that went to be numbered, from 20 years old and upward, for 600,000 and 3,550. And of the 100 talents of silver were cast the sockets of the sanctuary, and the sockets of the veil, 100 sockets of the 100 talents, a talent for a socket. And of the 1,770 and 5 shekels he made hooks for the pillars, and overlaid their chapiters, and filleted them. And the brass of the offering 70 talents, and 2,400 shekels. And therewith he made the sockets to the door of the tabernacle of the congregation, and the brassen altar, and the brassen grate for it, and all the vessels of the altar, and the sockets of the court round about, and the sockets of the court gate, and all the pins of the tabernacle, and all the pins of the court round about,